Legend of Total War here with part 6 of my Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play campaign as Italy. Alright, so previously we've invaded Japan, taken a few casualties doing so. Two of our units got pocketed over here, took a load of casualties just getting to the island, but we got here and we've taken most of it. But they've put up a serious defense here now, and that's probably going to require me, I don't know, 20-30 minutes of serious fighting to get over to finish them off. If we have a look at this, Japan is, I think it said 69% before, but now it's at 73 because we took this region here. Okay, no, that's not going to work because these guys here got defeated. I could bring some more guys over here. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. They pushed us back here. Looks like these guys are going back across. That's fine. Except we need to get over here to finish them off. We need Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Would it be funny if those were the only two settlements that were left untouched? For those of you who don't know, those are the two cities that got nuked. I wonder what made USA decide those particular two cities. Okay, we need to cut off their reinforcements from here. With this position here held, they can only get units coming in from sea. They've actually proven to be pretty good fighters. Despite all the training that I did with these guys to get them veterancy. Oh right, they lost a lot of their troops getting here, so a lot of fresh recruits happen. Yeah, of course. Okay. Jeez, that one guy is able to resist us. What happened with these tanks? Oh, it might be because they're using the new style and we haven't made anywhere near enough of them yet. We could try another naval invasion out here. There's 20 victory points worth. Hungary joins Axis. Alright, that's fine. I feel like I can still handle this with... Oh, hang on. Look, they've... Wherever they were, they moved somewhere else. They lost all of their organization somehow. They must have tried to force march. Strategic redeploy. I wonder if, well, there's also no ports out here, so I'd have to build. Well, then again, you're on your way over there. You just lost the best defensive advantage you had there. Good. No supplies here now. They're cut off. Good. 7 units of theirs to be killed. See, Japan on its own doesn't actually have that many troops. It's just because of all their vassals. What have they got left? 121. And then... 16. Okay, so probably best we're going to cross over to Kokura. That's not going to be easy. be easier to actually go to Korea and then sail over here. What's the chances you can attack this? I'm actually, yeah, that was exactly what I'd expect. So having taken Hiroshima, we're 86% towards capitulation. Also, I'm sure that a lot of these industries are like damaged, but not too concerned about that. Sapporo over here, it's worth 15 victory points. Won't be enough to get us there, but it's so close. What's this one worth? 10. Where do we have supply issues? Well, it's not supply issues, I think it's because it's mountains. No, it's because it's very hot. Really? Japan's not hot, I've been there. But then again, I was there in the winter. Yeah, so they got no supplies from here. I suppose that's what's happened there. He just ran out of supplies, and so he's just run away. There's 5 units out. We're not going to be able to punch through that. Because anytime someone runs away, they'll be able to recover their organization and get back. Our attack is going to be shit. We're going to have to do a naval invasion. Just stay there. Alright, well, we've got 7 units here that I could possibly use. I'm going to bring them down to Vladivostok. I'll hit them down in the south, because most of their troops are in the north. If I land here, then we can take this. The island's called Kyushu. Okay, it shouldn't take us long to get organized, because we've finished our invasion tech. How long is that going to take? 24 days. That's not too long. I expect my navy to take a bit of a hit, but that's okay as well. So close, 92%. Just looking for anywhere we could possibly press an attack, but I'm not seeing a whole lot. Oh, they're breaking through here. It's nothing major, though. So if I sent 16 across here, it says victory, but if you watch, it'll go down to 70. As soon as you go down to 70, you can basically guess that you're not winning. I'll speed this up. Yeah, see, I told you. I reckon 7 units should be enough to, at the very least, thin them out over here. I mean, all we really need to do is capture this. If we capture this here, that's worth how much? 15 victory points. That should make them surrender, because we got this other one over here now. 6%, that's all we need. And if I need to send more, I'll send more. Is it just me or did we lose a lot of men on this? Oh yeah, because we're taking on a major faction on our own. So the Allies actually have more fielded manpower now. I guess that's the United States, maybe. Ah, look, this is how I can see different wars. Italian-Japanese war, right. So this is how we can see exactly what we've done. So, against Japan, I haven't actually killed as many as I've lost. But of course, a lot of my guys just got sunk. But we killed a shitload of Manchukuo. My 2.6 million versus their 4.31. Their losses are much higher than mine. Almost ready to go. Alright, get ready, here we go. Okay, so we want convoy escort. We need here and here. Please do not fail me. Go. Everything's relying on these guys here. Fuck. Is this a complete standstill here? Alright, instead, get to Hiroshima. Shit. Cancel the order, go to Hiroshima. Shit, that didn't work. Okay, so we'll just try and get them to Hiroshima. And then we'll readjust it to there. The plan has to be flexible. And we're losing ships while doing this. I mean, so are they. No. Sail to here. Okay, and then I'll readjust. No. Edit. Still says we've got the advantage, but I know that they've got a larger fleet out there somewhere. We'll see how they feel when they go up against my super heavy battleship. Which they probably won't ever get a chance to. Nothing else interesting is going on over here. Good, we're destroying this navy. Just about. Take them out. And then they just brought in some big motherfuckers. Get the hell out of there. So yeah, then you go back for some repairs. Well, ah, shit, these guys got caught. Well, 2 of them did. Are they? One of them's been caught. No time to repair. Get back out here. Try to save those escorts. Where's that fleet? Are they going? Okay, they're going. Good. If they're locking down those 2, that's fine. Look, I only need 1 to actually arrive. Atomic bombing of Madrid. Ooh. So the Americans must have done that. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm in the middle of this. They look, they're actually going to make it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Surely some of you are gonna fucking make it. Even just one guy. I just need one guy to get there. Okay, what I'll do is I'll... See these guys here, just tell them to cancel. They'll go back and then launch again. And they're just going to keep that other guy locked in combat for the time being. It's just going. It's fine. Good, he's moved into the next region. He's almost there. All we need to do is take Kagoshima. That should be enough. It's worth, I think it was worth 15 victory points. If he comes under attack, he's fucked. Our fleet's taken a massive hit. Doesn't matter. This is why we didn't want this fleet going in the Mediterranean at the beginning of the campaign, because do you know how long it would have taken us to rebuild this? Better hurry, they're coming up your ass. Yeah, those are on their way. Mexico joins the Allies, whatever. Okay, now, is the war over? 100%. Time to surrender, Japan. Japan has capitulated. Good. Now, since they were the only major, that means we win. Right. And I'm the only one in the peace talk as well. So, take all states. Take all states. Take all states. Take all states. And, yeah, take all states. But we don't get the reorganized government of China. Why is that? Don't have enough score. Well, I'm only arguing with myself, so we can just call off a few of these just for the time being. Is there? Yeah, just reset this. Just pass. Where's take all states here now? Ah, shit. I don't know what happened to the take all states button, but it's fine. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Talk about profitable. Now, let's have a look at our resources from that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That is going to be able to finance our navy. Okay, so I wasn't really paying attention to my fleet before. What other stuff is finished? So we can now start making the Garibaldi class. Garibaldi class. Okay, and I'll use my other thing on it as well. My naval experience. So we'll switch one of these over to, what's it, Heavy Cruiser 4. Okay, this time I want to pay attention to what I'm actually doing. So create variant. And I'm going to call it the Super. So if we improve its guns, it reduces its max speed though. So if we look at that, it gets a bit of extra shore bombardment, bit of extra evasion, bit of extra max speed, bit of extra armor, reliability. There's nothing that... Oh, actually, reliability goes down. That's okay. Increase that. So, there it is there, this class. Now, if I want to upgrade it further, okay, it still retains that. So I didn't put those points into this because it would have retained it. Where did I fucking put them? Oh, I put it into submarine class 1. Could you fucking... No, it couldn't be. What happened there? No. Back to, the Super. So yeah, same cost, it's just service manpower 2,200, service manpower So this one here has got armor 13.6. This one here is... Yeah, so it's better. Okay. That's cool. I like that feature. And then next time we want to upgrade it further, we can do, when we've got some experience, we can do so. Ah, so they weren't part of... So now they're actually my allies. Right. And now I'm occupying this. So that gives me extra score in this war, right? Probably not. It was technically Japan that occupied it. But that's going to require garrison. So we're going to need some more reorganize... some of these. Let's get another load of 24. I'm still just going to put it in that cavalry unit. Also, my manpower has drastically increased. Because I guess it's due to the non-core population. Now that I have 1 billion people. Okay. I usually like to have one of each of the tier 4 in construction. Well, that's tier 2. You know, the best that it can be. I've picked up a lot of extra ports. All of them I probably know what to do with. Okay, no, that's alright. And as for these... Right, the other thing I wanted to make was the super heavy tank. It annoys me I can't prioritize it up. How do I take it up there? Well, it's prioritizing it over the convoys, it seems. Well, I've got so many resources, it's not a problem. So we need to now make a new template. The super heavy tanks. I don't think it needs support anti-tank. Alright, so I want to train an army of these. It'll take a while because we've only just started constructing it. But that's okay, I can wait. Since we've got all that extra manpower, good stuff. We've still got more factories. What else do I need to make? Well, there's aircraft that we definitely need to make. All of this stuff's done. Maybe I'll just make a few extra planes. Oh, I still don't have enough. I still have more of these. Still got more. Man, I picked up a lot of extra factories. Okay, now we need steel. And that's impacting the heavy tanks. It's going to make one of them every year. Okay, now when it comes to construction, I do not think we need any more military factories. So we'll build civilian factories so that I can import whatever I need. without really having to worry. How's everything else going? I haven't really been paying any attention out here. That's still going on. Yeah, just clean these up. So I'd say that war was very worth it. I would have liked to have taken China as well. But oh well. Okay, so Tibet. No faction. If I go to war with them, then they're just going to join allies. Wait, weren't these guys here? Yeah, look, they're part of the Greater East Asian fuckers. So we could declare war on them. They've got more steel. Who else is in... They've got a truce with us. Maybe it's because we didn't touch them at all during the fight. Okay. Let's start getting into position. Why don't I do this instead? Just that full army there. And then also get here. Now, if we have a look at resources, they got 32 steel. That's what I need. I've got plenty of the other resources. Now, after this, where can we go to get more steel? Reorganized nationalist China. Ah, right. Okay, I've got some cavalry over here not doing anything. And over here. That's it. Then we just gotta wait for the other recruits to show up. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Italy is now very much larger than the Roman Empire was at its peak. Arguably even larger than the British Empire at its peak, which is the largest empire in history. But it's a mess, so we still need to tidy things up by conquering everyone else. Now, this army that's... Oh, that's got moving as well. Okay, that's fine. These guys here. Oh. Get rid of this. Send them all to this island. Their job now is to defend it against America. Because there's a lot here, and also... Oh no, it wouldn't have any occupation penalties now. They've submitted to us. Hirohito's gone. So yeah, Siam. They're the only ones that are in the Greater East Asian cocksucker conglomerate. They weren't annexed. Right, so now let's look at a few things. In terms of industry power, still Germany's ahead of us. We've got a lot more fielded manpower versus enemies. Am I holding on to American territory? I am. Over here. Cool. We could actually start invading America through here. That's a possibility, but man, it's a slog getting through there. It's a real slog. But since we don't have anything else to do, why not? This guy here lost a unit. 2 of them lost units. So we need to replace them with 2 new ones. What are you up to? Okay, we're going to send you in. Where are we going to go from? I have to get them over here. So the first thing, position them there. I'm going to merge these 2 now. I don't expect there to be a large American Navy out here. The thing is, when we get here, we're going to have to build as we go, because the infrastructure is going to be fucking terrible. We've got to get it's going to be a nightmare crossing this way, but it's something that it's a way that we can do this now. It's going to take a long time just to slowly cross our way into Canada and make our way south. It's desolate territories for a long way until we basically get to about here. And then we'll start sending in new ones. We've got about 300 divisions. Germany's... Oh, yeah, 450 divisions. I'm not going to take them down so easily. I almost don't want to end the war with the Allies now, just because I want Germany to suffer more casualties. But if we want them to suffer casualties, we need to do it. Oh, so there are a lot of Americans out here. I think it's just Air Force. I don't think they've got a Navy out here. They're probably using their base at the Philippines. Should I take the Philippines? Nah, is it worth anything? No. Don't bother. I kind of wish these guys would have just gone by land, but at least none of them got sunk. So how long does this truce last? I think it's already over. So they're part of Axis as well. Okay. Because the thing is, landing here, we have to get to here if we want to take out the US. And also I'm aware that they've got nukes now. Kinda glad they used it on Spain, not me. So, nationalist Spain. Just seeing if it affected their national unity or something. These guys here still fighting. I mean, training, so stop that. We're in 1945 now, so this is crucial. So it looks like Siam's got a few forces, but nothing that we can't take out. They don't have enough to control all of their border. Now the obvious decision here, I think, is just take the coast, squeeze them like a fat shit, and then take the rest of them without much of a fight. If we push down from here, that's the stupidest way to fight them. I might make this a little bit of a shorter episode, just because the previous one was pretty long, and oh god damn, some of our guys weren't in position. And I'm actually a little bit tired. Okay, good. We got there before they did. This shouldn't be difficult, considering our power now. This is an incredibly minor country. It actually belongs to British Malaya, not Siam. So I'll have to leave a garrison there to keep it under control. So what level is he now? It's a field marshal, he's level 3. Rodolfo Grazzaini. Whatever. How can we increase this? Stupid line in the way. We have to take the port. Once we've taken the port, we can squash them. Okay then, it's squashy time. And they'll be left with barely anything left to defend the rest of this. Good, that's it. No resistance. Slaughter, slaughter, slaughter. Okay, there. Oh, right, those are the tanks. I'm not sending them into thingy. To America. So these ones here that have the missing unit, I guess I'll send them. Since they'll have supply issues anyway. I'll send the reinforcements at a later date. Oh, good. They're already given up. Hey, no, you don't get your territory back. Although we should probably only send one army. Just send him. Oh, that's another one that bites the dust. So does Siam have any resources of their own? A lot of rubber. So why am I not getting the full amount? Infrastructure damage. Okay, that's fine. That'll get repaired. So the US is making an attack here. They haven't managed to claim a port yet, so if they don't claim a port, they're screwed. But it's a pretty significant attack. I don't think they'll succeed, though. And the fighting still goes on down here. But in West Africa, it's done. Okay, let's see if you can sail here without getting totally fucked. Same with you. This will be your new base operations. So I'll upgrade this. How much steel do we need now? 63? Alright, well I'll import it from these guys. They don't have much steel left to give now. Could always get some from Vichy. That's okay. So let's have a look at faction map mode. So the Allies, it's basically North America, a little bit here and there, Oceania. And Axis is Europe, Asia, majority of Africa. Yeah. Seems like we're able to get there more or less safely. So yeah, go to those three regions, and when we get there, we'll build ports, infrastructure, everything that we need as we go, as we slowly make our way across here. It's gonna be a grueling pain in the ass. But this is how we take out America. Did I get that resource? Okay, it's in my hands now. Makes me wonder though, if I've got as much resources as I've got. They've got more... It's possible they've actually got more steel than me. Let's have a look. Because yeah, they start off with loads of steel, and they would have taken all the good steel mines from Russia. It's 170 right there. That belonged to France. British Malaya has capitulated. Good. So, how about Dutch East Indies? What do we want to do about that? There's some good resources here that we don't need. There's Australia, which has some resources that we need, being steel. Steel's the only thing we need. Oh, actually, we're very short on oil. Oh, that was unexpected. So look at this, we're not even producing any tanks. Oh, that's because the factories are fucked. Well, when we invade the US, you know, who's got lots of steel? United States. 140 right there. 220 up here. 106. Yeah, they would start off with the most amount of resources. But the thing is, they also start off with free trade, so they actually are able to make use of 25% of it, I think. Where'd my ships go? Oh, they're standing here, but they're in the same location, the icon. So how long is this going to take? 80 days, that's fine. You know what I might actually do? We have so much infantry equipment now. Just put it down to 10, and we'll just leave these military factories free. Because what am I producing? Actually, no, we need lots of light tanks. Like, I think if I get too many more of these infantry equipment, I will literally not be able to... they'll actually just end up being a negative. So I'll just leave it at that. Doesn't matter if we got lots of free military factories. Especially if I'm not producing anything important. So I want to get this to about 2,000 and then I'll stop. So now we're seriously lacking oil by doing that. But I want to be making these super heavy tanks. We haven't made one of them yet. Okay, I don't need to make this many, so close that off. So then, we need oil. How are we going to get the oil? Well then. Hello, Iraq. Who else has oil? Yeah, I know who has oil. The United States. Could always make my own though. Because I don't need any more factories. Just make this because we can. When that hits about as many as this, then we'll stop it. So how many is that? That's... yeah, 2 million weapons in reserve. In fact, just stop making any more. When I'll keep an eye on my logistics next time I get into a fight. And if I see, where is it? Where is it? Oh, infantry equipment right there. If I see this at under 1 million, I'll get that set up again. So I'm not sure what number it is that it like bugs out and you just hold way too much. We've got some units ready to go. Which ones are these? Okay, we've got the cavalry ready, so attach it to the cav. Yep. Okay. And I believe over here had issues. Is there anything else? It's Germany, but fuck that kind of okay. So how many people do they have in Alaska? 78,000. Isn't there like any resources here? No, there's no resources here. So he's ready to go in a few days. 10 days to go. Don't worry about that. So we're in 1946, and we're just about ready to invade the United States of America. Ah, right, those two. I know what they're for. You are to join this, and you are to join this. Where are my ships? Where'd my fleet go? They're here, but yeah, you just get stuck underneath the thing. Okay, so make some more synthetic oil refineries. Which will help a little bit with oil. Where are my nukes? Oh, I probably haven't researched nuclear weapons yet. Okay. Some of them aren't. Oh, okay, they're going. Okay, good. So, Canadian Air Force, tactical bombers. It's alright. Probably doing a little bit of damage to my escorts, but as long as we get there in relatively good shape, that's all that matters. I doubt we're going to be seeing any resistance out this way. So give us time to build up the infrastructure here so we can get the fuck out of Alaska. Got to get the ports in there. It needs stuff. Okay, now trash this. And we start securing the area. Now, not only is it going to need ports, but it will also need infrastructure. Well, you did your job. Thank you. You can go back over here. So that's step one of invading the USA. Eventually most of my armies will need to get here, but we need to set up a big base of operations, largely through Canada. That's just going to take a long time for them to get there first. But this is pretty risk-free. It might take a little while to do it, but it's risk-free as opposed to an all-out attack over here. They'll just sink us. Essentially going through their back door. Logistics will certainly be useful through here. Still not producing any super heavy tanks. I'm not producing this either. I think it's largely because I used all my oil on the transport planes. No, it was on the light tanks. Look how many I'm making. Well, that's fine. When this gets into surplus, then I'll just stop making them. Sure, let's do this again. It's going to take a long time. So how's the construction going? Well, they've already half built the port. Yeah, everything will be fine. Might get the tanks over there as well. Once supplies sorted, of course. Sending them there now would be stupid. Resistance to occupation over here. Oh, this is controlled by me. No resources here. Can't really justify sending anyone down here to occupy this. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'll send... Because it's just going to tie up a lot of my factories if I don't do this. send you here. And if by some miracle you can manage to land there, great. And if it doesn't work, well then 10,000 men die and I'm not going to do it again. We really need to start researching more planes. Okay, so this has arrived. Send it here first. Do we need to... Oh, whatever, just take it. $78,000 people. Then we move into... Why is that called Washington? Isn't Washington over here? Somewhere? So Washington's in Maryland. So that's the city of Washington, and that's like the state of Washington or something. I don't know. How many soldiers does Canada have? Canada, they are basically out of soldiers because we killed them all. Oh, there was another one over here. Doesn't matter though. It's just supposed to be a temporary base of operations. We'll eventually build more ports and infrastructure as we continue down the line here. I wonder what would happen if you just didn't play the game right. You play as some faction that never gets attacked, like Tibet, and you just go play on 5 times speed and just watch. And will Axis ever defeat allies? I don't think they can. I don't think the AI can defeat the allies, because I've never once seen Germany invade Britain or the United States. Not once. Alright, the port's there. Oh man. Okay, well, since things are going to get noisy, I might as well end the episode here. I said it would be a shorter one, so I'm going to take a break. So guys, like and subscribe. Part 7, I think, is next. And don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.